Hello, everyone, and welcome to the VAIR community, where we help you in winning your dreams. In this class, we are going to discuss about the important terrorist organizations, because ironically, we are living in a world where terrorism has become a reality. For the last so many decades, and in fact, for the last century, we have been bearing the brunt of terror activities all over the world, whether it is bomb blasts, whether it is the hijacking of airplanes, whether it is lone wolf attacks. These things have become really common. And right now, also, we are living in an era where wars have become increasingly common, whether it is the Russia-Ukraine war or it is the Israel-Hamas war. So terrorist organizations become an important topic to discuss that can be asked in the exams. So let us discuss some important terrorist organizations. The most important thing for us to remember in every organization is, number one, which country it operates from, and number two, who is the head of that organization. So let's see which important ऐसी organizations go. Starting with the first one, the most in news right now, Hamas. Hamas is based out of Gaza Strip. So Gaza Strip is that narrow piece of land which is from one side surrounded by Israel and from the other side has Mediterranean Sea. And some of its southern border is shared with Egypt. So Gaza Strip has approximately 2.2 million Palestinians living in it, along with a few thousand Israelis. And it is this piece of land where the entire war is going on. So why is it in news? Because the recent rocket strikes, the recent attacks on Israel were conducted by Hamas. And its head is Ismail Haniyeh. So Ismail Haniyeh led Hamas has undertaken brutal attacks on Israel, and Israel is now retaliating that. Its purpose is to establish an Islamic State from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea. Now, Jordan River is flowing in Jordan, and the western bank of this river is what we call the West Bank. So you must have seen in news that there are two territories where Palestinians live. One is the West Bank and the other is Gaza Strip. So West Bank is actually named West Bank because it is the western bank of the Jordan River, which is also the name of the country. So the purpose of Hamas, their vision is to unite the entire land from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea. In simple words, इनका मकसद है कि ये पूरे के पूरे इजराइल को खत्म करना चाहते हैं और उस पूरे को इस्लामिक स्टेट बनाना चाहते हैं, दोबारा से पैलेस्टीन उसको बनाना चाहते हैं. So their enemy is Israel. 1987 में ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनी थी. Second is Communist Party of India, Maoist. This organization has not been active for so many years because the government of India has taken staunch measures against any this kind of extremism. 2004 में ये organization बनी थी, इंडिया में ऑपरेट करती है, and its purpose is quite extreme, I would say. They want to install a people's government in New Delhi. So as if the current government is not people's government, so they have a very extreme viewpoint of how things should be. And for that, they want to overthrow the current democratically elected government, and they want to install a people's government in central government via a democratic revolution. So they're trying to stage a revolution, something like French Revolution or maybe Russian Revolution. It is currently headed by Nambal Keshav Rao, and they have undertaken one major, you can say, ambush that was really deadly. So in 2010, they carried out a secret ambush that killed 76 CRPF soldiers in Dantewada region of Chhattisgarh. That was a very deadly attack. Till date, it remains one of the biggest Naxal attacks in India. So, but thankfully, for the last more than 10 years, we have not seen any major Naxal activity, thereby showing that its area of influence and its force projection is severely curtailed. Another organization in news because of the current Israel-Hamas tension is Hezbollah. और ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि हिजबुल्ला शायद आने वाले टाइम में ज्यादा बड़ा रोल प्ले कर सकता है, which is again a warning signal for the entire world. So Hezbollah was founded in 1985 and it is based out of Lebanon, another militant group. Its head is Hassan Nasrallah, and again, its purpose is also similar to that of Hamas. They want to destroy Israel and they want to expel all Western influences from Lebanon and the wider Middle East. So primarily it operates from Lebanon, but its staunch enemy is any Western country, any Western influence in the Islamic world, as well as Israel. Then the next organization is Hizbul Mujahideen. Hizbul Mujahideen 1986 में बनी थी. ये कश्मीर में ऑपरेट करती है and it is headed by Sayyid Salahuddin right now. Its purpose is to merge Kashmir with Pakistan. To merge Kashmir with Pakistan. That is the purpose of Hizbul Mujahideen. Now there is a wide-held belief, and so many people who have lived in that era vouch for it, that in 1986-87, elections were conducted in Kashmir. And those elections were also contested by so many political parties, regional political parties, in the hope that Kashmiris will vote for them and later on they will have a democratic say in Kashmir. Maybe they want to merge it with Pakistan, maybe they want to make it an independent territory altogether. But it is widely believed that the 1986-87 elections were rigged by the central government at that time, which was the Rajiv Gandhi government. So after that, the sentiment in the valley was so anti-government, anti-center government, that so many militant organizations sprung during that time because they thought that change through peaceful means is not possible actually. That change through political means is not possible. That if we make a political party, then they rig the elections. So that is the kind of justification they provide for them picking the arms. So unme se ek hai Hizbul Mujahideen, which is currently headed by Sayyid Salahuddin. Next is Alqaeda. So who doesn't know Alqaeda? The most dreaded terrorist attack in modern world history, the 9/11 attacks on the Twin Towers and the Pentagon in USA, in which more than 3,000 people were killed. Planes were hijacked and they were, crashed into these buildings. That was carried out by Al-Qaeda. And right now it is headed by Saif al-Adil. And Al-Qaeda is the same grouping which was once headed by Osama bin Laden. It was founded in 1988, and its purpose is that all over the world, they want to remove all foreign influences in all the Muslim countries. So Al-Qaeda is considered to be one of the largest Muslim fundamentalist organizations and terrorist organizations, and it operates worldwide. You can understand or you can gauge the limit or extent of this organization from the fact that there is a separate Al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee in United Nations. There is a separate United Nations Sanctions Committee for Al-Qaeda. That should tell you how influential this organization has been in the past. Then we have Boko Haram. Boko Haram means Western education is haram. Haram means it is illegitimate, it is not good, it is prohibited. So Boko Haram means Western education is haram. It was founded in 2002 and it operates in Africa. Primarily it operates in Nigeria. So northeastern Nigeria, northern Cameroon, Niger, Chad, Mali, in all these countries they operate. But सबसे ज्यादा ये नाइजीरिया में ऑपरेट करते हैं. इनका पर्पस है इस्लामिक स्टेट एस्टैब्लिश करना नाइजीरिया में. इस्लामिक स्टेट मीन्स जहां पे शरिया लॉ अप्लाई होता. So this is also a very extreme fundamentalist organization, and they got world famous for kidnapping about 300 schoolgirls from a part of Africa. They kidnapped over 300 schoolgirls. Its leaders currently are Bakura Doro and Bakura Salaba. Then we have the Haqqani network, which was founded by Jalaluddin Haqqani. So it is named after a person. But Jalaluddin Haqqani died later on in the 1990s, and the command was taken over by his son, Sirajuddin Haqqani. He is the current head of this organization. ज्यादातर ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अफगानिस्तान में ऑपरेट करती है. इसका भी यही पर्पस है कि अफगानिस्तान से वेस्टर्न इन्फ्लुएंस को हटाना है. Now the things have changed a bit, In 2021, when the US forces left Afghanistan, it was Taliban that took over Afghanistan. So the role of Haqqani network is not much clear, but it is very much clear that Taliban is the most dominant force in Afghanistan right now. It is the de facto state in Afghanistan. What is happening to Haqqani network is not clearly known, but they have been subdued for the last couple of years. We haven't noticed any major activity from Haqqani network. Its area of operation is Afghanistan. Next is Harkat ul Jihad al Islam, or Harkat ul Jihad al Islami, also known as HUJI, founded in 1984. See, 1971 में Bangladesh create हुआ. So Bangladesh used to be East Pakistan, but there were protests within East Pakistan because they wanted a separate country for themselves. The Bengali speaking Muslims wanted a separate country for themselves. So they wanted to administratively be separate from Pakistan. And that is how the new nation was created. That was how Bangladesh was created. Now, once Bangladesh was created, initially it proclaimed itself as a secular country under the influence of India, because India played the most important role in the creation of Bangladesh. So under the influence of the Indian system, they initially declared themselves as a secular country. Later on, they did revert to being a Islamic Republic, which they are now. The purpose of this organization is to establish proper Islamic and Sharia rule in Bangladesh by waging war and killing progressive intellectuals in Bangladesh, and also in some parts of India and Pakistan. So their area of operation primarily is Bangladesh. They want to make it an Islamic state, like proper Sharia law wali Islamic state, but they operate out of not only Bangladesh, but Pakistan and India as well. Its head right now is Shah Sahib, and the infamous German bakery blast in Pune in 2010 was carried out by HUJI. Then the Islamic State, I think a few years back, there were some videos that went viral in which the Islamic State militants were beheading a journalist, a foreign journalist, in front of the camera. So they just cut his throat and severed his head from the torso. That is how brutal it was. That was Islamic State's introduction to the world. Islamic State, founded in 1999, they want to establish a caliphate. Now, the most important difference between all other fundamentalist organizations and Islamic State is that they want to rule over territory. They do not want just to spread terror or just to take some revenge. They want to revive the Islamic Caliphate या खलीफा. फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर के टाइम पे इस्लामिक कैलिफेट को डिसमेंबर कर दिया गया था, उसको खत्म कर दिया गया था. सो दे वांट टू रिवाइव दैट, जस्ट लाइक देयर इज अ पोप sitting in Vatican City, that is the head of the Roman Catholic Church in the world. They want to establish a caliphate of Islamic State, which is, or which should be, the head of the Islamic religion all over the world. Right? They want to unite the entire Islamic population in the world under a supreme leader. called Khalifa or Caliph. Its active region is Iraq and Syria. That is why it is called ISIS also sometimes. Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, although they operate in a bit larger region. Its head used to be Ayman al-Jawahiri, who was quite infamous, but he was killed in airstrikes. Currently, Abu Ibrahim al-Hashmi al-Qurayshi is the head of Islamic State. They have undertaken various operations and has been one of the most dreaded organizations in the world. In India specifically, this was in news because they started recruiting terrorists on Twitter. So there was some youth in the Indian state of Kerala who got influenced and they traveled to Iraq and Syria to become ISIS fighters. That created a lot of uproar in India. Then Jaish-e-Mohammed, now this is another organization operating out of Kashmir, headed by Masood Azhar. Masood Azhar is a UN designated terrorist, and its purpose is to liberate Kashmir and merge it with Pakistan, right? Jaish-e-Mohammed, जो पुलवामा अटैक हुआ था 2016 में, in which a lot of military personnel were killed, and in retaliation of which we undertook the surgical strikes, right? And the Uri attack also. Both of them were carried out by Jaish-e-Mohammed. So Masood Azhar is the head, who is roaming freely in Pakistan. Everyone knows that. Then Lashkar-e-Taiba. Their purpose also is to merge Kashmir with Pakistan. Founded in 1987. Its head is Hafiz Saeed or Hafiz Muhammad Saeed. 2008 के मुंबई अटैक्स, जो 26/11 मुंबई अटैक्स हैं, वो इन्होंने किए थे. 2006 मुंबई ट्रेन बॉम्बिंग्स और 2005 दिल्ली बॉम्बिंग्स, ये सारे जो हैं they are credited to Lashkar-e-Taiba. Then Tehreek-e-Taliban in Pakistan. Now this is not Taliban. This is Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. This is a different organization. This is TTP. Started in 2007. Its aim is to overthrow the government of Pakistan by waging a terrorist attack. And they want to make Pakistan a completely fundamentalist Sharia law following country. Although it is already quite fundamentalist, but they want to implement the extreme version of Islam there. So it's active in Pakistan. Noor Wali Mahsood is the current head of Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. There was a very brutal attack in Peshawar school in 2014, in which over 150 school students and other teachers and other staff were killed. That was carried out by Tehreek-e-Taliban. Also, Malala Yousafzai, who has been the youngest Nobel Prize winner ever, was shot in the head by Tehreek-e-Taliban militant in 2012. But she survived and she kept campaigning for women's rights, and that is how she got the Nobel Peace Prize. Then the Khalistan Liberation Force. So Sikh fundamentalism is in news for the last few months because of rising fringe elements, not in Indian Punjab, but in various other countries like Canada, USA, UK, Germany, etc. So Khalistan Liberation Force was founded in 1986 at the fag end of militancy in Punjab. Its purpose is to create a separate Sikh homeland called Khalistan. Active in Punjab, its current head is Avtar Singh Khanda. So Avtar Singh Khanda is the person who is believed to be responsible behind the tearing down of Indian flag from the Indian High Commission in London a few months back. So he is considered to be that person. Then there is Kurdistan Workers' Party. 1974 it was founded, and it is active in the Kurdish regions of Turkey and Iraq. They want to preserve the Kurdish ethnic identity. That's their purpose. Then comes the Palestinian Liberation Front. Now, Palestinian Liberation Organization is different. Palestinian Liberation Front is different. Please understand, Palestinian Liberation Organization is a legitimate political party headed by Mahmoud Abbas, who is right now the Prime Minister of Palestine. So Mahmoud Abbas is the head of Palestine Liberation Organization, which is a political party. But a faction of PLO is PLF, Palestinian Liberation Front, which is a militant organization. It was founded in 1961, and they want Palestinian territory by using arms and ammunition. So they want to liberate Palestine once again, and they also want to annihilate and destroy Israel. So now we have Hamas, Hezbollah, and also Palestinian Liberation Front that are fighting against Israel. Its active region is Palestine. Its head is Wasil Abu Yusuf. Then we have the Taliban, which operates out of Afghanistan. In fact, this is now the quintessential government of Afghanistan, headed by Habatullah Akhundzada, who is the Prime Minister of Afghanistan right now. It was founded in 1994. So they have regained control over Afghanistan, and all the unsavory news about the infringement of women's rights in Afghanistan are under the tutelage of Taliban. And then we have the United Liberation Front of Assam, also known as ALFA, founded in 1979. They want to establish independent Assam with armed struggle. So they want to liberate Assam from India. They want to establish it as a separate country. Its leader is Paresh Barua, and needless to say, this organization is banned or proscribed by the government of India. That is all for this session. These were the important terrorist organizations which are making news or which you should know about. If you liked the video, please do not forget to hit the like button, mention your reviews in the comment section, and also press the bell icon so that whenever we post such videos, you are notified about them. That is all. Thank you so much and take care.